The team of researchers led by Professor Dr. Anu Eskelinen from the University of Oulu, Finland, used the Global Change Experimental Facility (GCEF) at the UFZ research station in Bad Lokstad for their experiments. Scientists from UFZ, IDIV and various universities use the GCEF platform to study the influence of different climate models and land use intensities on plant community structure, specifically food webs and interactions between species. Anu Eskelinen, who spent several years at the UFZ and IDIV as a visiting scientist, used a new experimental approach. The team directly illuminated the low-growing plants in the grassland with LED lamps, thus increasing the amount of light. In addition to this treatment, fertilizers were applied on some plots and grazing by sheep was used on others. The experiment showed a sharp decline in species richness and biodiversity as a result of artificial fertilization if the areas were not grazed at the same time. When the researchers added LED lamps, the loss of species richness was mitigated. Later, the researchers excluded sheep from half of the plots, which caused species richness and diversity to decline. At the same time, the total vegetation cover increased without grazing, which, in turn, reduced the light available to plants. Importantly, adding light to the understory plants mitigated this loss of diversity. These results suggest that herbivora is a dominant factor controlling competition for light and plant diversity, says first author Anu Eskelinen. Professor Dr. Stan Harpole, co-author and head of the Department of Physiological Diversity at UFZ and IDIV, adds, "This study highlights the value of carefully designed manipulative field experiments, which we need so we can strongly test the causes of diversity loss. We could only advance our understanding and test the theory in more realistic conditions because of the excellent infrastructure of the UFZ's Global Change Experimental Facility and the support provided at the Bad Lokstad Research Station, and the cooperation with IDIV. Make a difference. Spawns." Note: content may be edited for style and length. Journal reference: Anu Eskelinen, W. Stanley Harpole, Maria Teresa Jessen, Risto Virtanen, Jan Hotier. Light competition drives herbivore and nutrient effects on plant diversity. Nature, 2022. doi. 10.1038, S41586, 022, 05383, 9. Cite this page. Helmholtz Center for Environmental Research, UFZ. The importance of light for grassland plant diversity. Field experiment shows that competition for light is the key mechanism driving loss of plant diversity under eutrophication and lack of grazing. Science Daily. The importance of light for grassland plant diversity. Field experiment shows that competition for light is the key mechanism driving loss of plant diversity under eutrophication and lack of grazing. The importance of light for grassland plant diversity. Field experiment shows that competition for light is the key mechanism driving loss of plant diversity under eutrophication and lack of grazing. Science Daily. https://ift.tt, rfh7wof. Access November 3, 2022. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.